Afternoon. This is a bit of a call out for people with properties in this area. Let's say in this area we're sort of covering Quesada, Lazinia, La Mata, Torrevieja, just around that area and everything in between. I don't want to stretch too far. I want to be able to manage properties that are within a reasonable driving distance to make sure you get them looked after properly as well. But I know there's a lot of people that have properties that quite simply have been trying to sell them and they're just not selling. And I'm not being funny with you guys. You could have got at least £3 back a year just on renting them out. Now myself, although we started doing holiday rentals, we're more focused on long-term rentals. We're ideally looking for more properties and more good tenants to move into your properties. So even if you've got your house up for sale, at least you're going to get a return on it. Because I know opposite where we are in La Mata, we're just about to move. The houses there's I think 3 apartments like adjoined to each other in multiple directions. They've just been sat empty. Now I know when April went and asked the one guy about it, and I'm not sure if he owns it or it's his daughter's or whatever, but he just turned around and says, oh, you won't be interested, it's over 100,000 euros. They already know it's too much. They already know it's too much. They're actually not even asking if you're interested in buying, they're actually putting you off. Let's put it this way, that's been empty for over 3 years. They haven't been using it in holiday season, nothing. So in that 3 years, they'd have got 9,000 back on rentals, just on long-term rentals. So they went in the holiday season as well, they'd have maybe got a little bit more. But the point being is, it's that empty. There ain't some mystery buyer going to appear and think that's the place for me, when you're still trying to sell it for the same price that is almost pre-crash. It just ain't going to happen. They're still building new properties that have got easy finance. I was talking to Igor yesterday about this, because there's properties in Torrevieja. The bank will put you in there as long as you can cover all your taxes and the initial deposit, and they're not even talking about the deposit as in having to give up 20-30% for the mortgage. They're just talking about the basic costs of the legal costs. So you'd go in there with, say, probably about 6,000 euros, and they'll give you the property because they're that desperate to sell them. Now, with that sort of market, it is very difficult for you to be selling your older property. I'm just telling people there's a bit of reality. The money in this is actually not trying to sell your older property, but trying to recover your investment if you do want to sell it. And the easiest way of doing that is actually renting it out. I know myself, there is a shortage in this area of long-term rentals, because as soon as I put the property we're moving out of in La Mata on the market, we got 7 inquiries on the first day. And we haven't moved out yet. People saying, can we see the photos? Can we see it? It's like, you're going to have to wait until we've moved out, because one of the things I do is the same way I do any property I've been in. I repaint it. I leave it as I found it. I know a lot of other people wouldn't bother, but for me that's the way I work. Is it was in good condition, so I return it in good condition. And that's the way this property services will work. Because even if it's not built into your rental agreement, as soon as somebody moves out, we can paint it for you. We'll get in there, do a quick paint, unless it's obviously had some damage done where there'll be some legal action, and you can get the money back that way as well. But we're not expected to have too many problems due to the way we're vetting people. I've already experienced it in the UK. I used to deal with housing associations, I used to deal with REF properties and some of the old MOD properties, where you do get some people that you know already before they move in they're going to be a nightmare, but in those circumstances you have no choice. Here in Spain, you can simply say it's already gone. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be overly fussy, but we want to make sure you're getting a good return on investment. and at the same time you keep using us, and the way you do that is to provide a good service. So what we actually need is actually more properties. We've got 12 at the minute, but I'd like to stick another 0 on the end of that. So if you do want to rent a property out, or you do want to sell it, you want it renovated, because we've actually got a good set of guys for renovations. If you look through some of the other videos, you'll see the new kitchens, the new bathrooms, the painting, etc. You can do it to a very high standard. Igor last week picked up a housing development, and I think it was something like 50, I can't remember if it's 50 something or 150 something properties, but it was the entire development to refurbish them. So it's not a case that we can't manage big or small, we can do. And my previous history before I was on the tools, because I come off the tools a while back, and looks like I'll probably be back on them, but I spent 19 years on the tools prior to that. I've been managing large scale projects. RBS Bank, for example, helped set up and run their maintenance for Carillion. Shell Oil, another client, they same, was doing that for Carillion. Did it in a few countries. Was involved in Qatar, Oman. We did a bit in Dubai as well. But the point is, I can manage big projects, I can manage small projects, not a problem. I've done housing associations, I've had up to 14,000 properties to manage the maintenance on. So it is not a major issue for, this is quite a small scale project, but in all honesty, I want out there rat race, and this is one of the things I can do and do it very well. And we already have a good network of people that are capable of doing the work and making sure everything's tidy and done properly and everything's well maintained. All we need is more properties to help grow the business, and I'm sure once we get through the next 12 months we should start seeing a lot of people referring us for the quality of service, etc. But yeah, we want you to be happy, and we want us to be happy. At the same time, we can offer like emergency lock openings and all the other maintenance stuff, pool cleaning, landscaping, pretty much anything to do with a property. We can pretty much cover it. Alright, thanks for watching, and please drop us an email at matt@expatservices.es. I'll be putting it in the comments later. I won't be doing it for the next hour though, because I'm actually about to go and meet another client about buying a property in Spain. Literally meeting him in 5 minutes, been non-stop the last month. Thanks for watching.